motion, these have believed that sugar is as harmful as tobacco and should be regulated similarly. As the first speaker, I will define the motion and present our first team argument. Our second speaker will deliver the rebuttal and two additional arguments. Finally, our third speaker will counter the opposition and reinforce why this house must support the regulations. Now, let me define the motion clearly. According to the public health, the toxic truth about sugar. By sugar refers to adding sugar found in the process of food, drink, not natural sugar in the fruit. And by as harmful as tobacco, women contributed to several diseases like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, even cancer. And by regulated similarly, women's muscles such as sugar taxes, warning label, and advertising ban, especially to those target children. Our first argument is clear. Sugar consumption is causing a global health crisis. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the World Health Organization, disease is caused by eating too much sugar, like diabetes, heart problem, kill millions of people every year. Those are the same of daily outcome we see with tobacco. But while cigarette pack come with graphic warning and strict rule, sugary food and drink still heavy advantage, especially to children. Kids and teens are consuming dangerous amount of sugar every day, often without knowing it. This habit led to early obesity, serious lifelong illnesses, and should emotional and financial stress on family. And by the time the warning sign appear, it often too late. The damage is already done. This isn't just a personal problem; it's a national crisis. A healthcare system overwhelmed and the government are spending billions treating diseases that could have been prevented. Another charges. If the dangers of tobacco were ignored to justify strong law, then sugar deserves the same. To ignore this is to turn our back on growing epidemic. We can stop. We have the power to protect life. We have the knowledge. Now we need the courage. If it's time to treat the sugar like the threat it is, it's time to act. In conclusion, sugar isn't just a harmless threat, it's a serious public health threat just like tobacco. That's why we, the proposition, believe that the strong regulated is necessary to protect public health, safeguard children, and save life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The first speaker from the proposition team. I would like to give our judges some time in order to consolidate the score. I would like to inform all of you that the first speaker from the proposition team has spent 2 minutes and 52 seconds. All right, let's move on to our first speaker from the opposition team. Your times, you may start.
Hello, hello. Does anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clear.
Okay, I will start my speech at 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you having a wonderful day so far? So before we go straight to our motion, we would like to give our highest respect to the management team, adjudicators, and our honorable contestants here today as well. So before we jump into our arguments, we would like to introduce ourselves first. My name is Aminde Watana, and I will be the first speaker and raising up our first argument, and also as well as our reply speech. And our second speaker, Wandi Lomhoy, will be raising up our second argument. And for our summary will be handed to Menjanatu Lee. So before we start our argument, we would like to look what the proposition side had said and had mentioned. The proposition side had mentioned about advertisements and affecting children's. Well, here's my rebuttal. I think that you should teach the children and giving time limits to them as well. Well, banning advertisement isn't a good idea because because you could limit your children's time limits and also limiting their on, on online. Sorry, I stuttered that a bit. So let's get to our first argument. My first argument is that sugar improve moods. And imagine waking up waking up without any energy at all. What do you think? We don't usually have energy when we wake up. Of course, we had glucose to survive, because without glucose, I think that without glucose, our body cannot function well and can't even do the task well enough. So without glucose, of course, sugar, our body wouldn't function, and our body is still losing energy. And one thing about mood enchantment is improving athletic performances. Improving athletic performances, according to WHO.com, they said that athletic performances, like player that in a Olympic stadium, they use water. But in this case, those water are not natural water. Those are water that mix with sugar. So that sugar is very important, and we are opposing the motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The first speaker from the opposition team, I would like to give some time to our judges to consolidate the score. I would like to inform all of you that the first speaker from the opposition team has spent 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
ទាំងរស់បានដល់នឹងទៀតអត់ទេពេកអានេះដូចស្អាតយ៉ាងមុនអានេះមើលជា
Next up, I would like to invite the second speaker from the proposition team to give the speech. You may start.
I will begin in 3, 2, 1. If honorable judges, if something is killing millions of people each year, should we not regulate it? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and respected members of this house. My name is Rasa Narawan, and I'm proud to be the second speaker of the proposition team. And today, I would like to firmly stand to support the motion that sugar is as harmful as tobacco and should be regulated similarly. But before we begin, I would like to do some rebuttals to the opposition team. They have said that sugar improves mood, but added sugar in processed foods harms health just like tobacco. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this evidence. The World Health Organization says over 1.9 billion adults are overweight, mainly due to high sugar intake. And before I end my rebuttal, I would like to leave a question. If sugar is so safe, why is it contributing to a global obesity crisis killing millions? Moving on, moving on, another important point is that sugar is hidden in many foods and makes people addicted, just like tobacco did. Sugar is added in many everyday foods and drinks, often without people realizing how much they are consuming. Just like tobacco companies make cigarettes addictive, food companies add sugar to keep cravings and keep people coming back. This leads to overconsumption and serious long-term health problems. A 2013 study on the neuroscience and biobehavioral reviews shows that sugar activates the same reward chains at the brain as addictive drugs like cocaine. That's why people experience cravings and even withdrawal symptoms while trying to cut back. And my final point centers on the economic responsibility and the need for a smarter, preventive public policy. According to the World Health Organization, many diseases linked to sugar cause over 41 million deaths each year. These illnesses are largely preventable, but yet the government still spend billions on treating them. Instead, that money could go on urgent health issues like cancer care and prevention. And the WHO also supports sugar taxes. It reduces consumption and raises public revenue. And that money could be reinvested in public health. And regulating sugar isn't just a health issue. it's a smarter way of using resources. Okay. In conclusion, sugar is not just a treat, it's a public health threat. The science is clear, the damage is real, and the solution is within reach. That's why we, the proposition, must stand behind this motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The second speaker from the proposition team. I would like to give some time to our judges to consolidate the score. So I would like to inform all of you that the second speaker from the proposition team have spent the time for 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
Oh yeah, let me see. I need to say.
All right, let's move on to the second speaker from the opposition team. You may start.
Do you guys hear me? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wandim Hui, and I'm from the opposition teams. And today we are very delightful to talk about the argument that the proposition teams had defined. So they were talking about the obesities, overweight, addictions, and also preventable. So if it was preventable, why don't we prevent it? And also addictions. Blaming sugar alone is overstimulated because we can change in moderations. We can change our lifestyle, exercise daily, and also change our habits. So we can easily avoid health conditions. So if you say that sugar is harmful, we can say that water is also harmful. Why? Because when we meet the overconsumption, water is also harmful. So if you want to compare sugars, it's harmful as tobacco. So that means water is also harmful when it's made of overconsumption and excessive use. So now let's move on to our next argument. Our first argument is different health outcome. According to the World Health Organization, as known as WHO, they claim that tobacco had caused a lot of diseases, including lung cancer, emphysema, and also heart disease. And it also causes over 8 million deaths per year. 8 million deaths per year globally. And for those matter, tobacco is harmful even it's just a small doses, and there is no safe level of using it. Where sugars, on the other hand, it is harmful on overconsumptions. Natural sugars are found in fruit, vegetable, and also daily products that are part of a healthy diet. For example, tobacco smoke harm non-smoker by secondhand exposure, but sugar's overconsumption has no risk or harmful to bystanders. And for our last argument is cultural integrations. According to WW Cambridge organizations, they claim that sugar is the main key ingredient in order to make a dessert, and it is also embedded globally in cultures and cuisines. Unlike tobacco, which are recreational and harmful, sugars service culinary, ceremonial, and also emotional purposes to our society worldwide. And for example, in Cambodia, our traditional dessert like Noman Som are the center to family gathering and also religious celebrations. And for the United States, even like Christmas or birthday party often revolve around dessert like lollipop, candies, or even cake. Also, in historically, sugars represent wealth and also show their social status. And nowadays, sugars represent hospitalities, generosities, and also celebrations. And for all of this reason, we urge you to support the motion that for all of this reason, we urge you to support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The second speaker from the opposition team. I would like to give some time to our judges to consolidate the score. And I would like to inform all of you that the second speaker from the opposition team has spent 2 minutes and 52 seconds. All right, now let's move on to the third speaker from the proposition team. Your times, you may start.
I will start my topic in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges. If tobacco devastating impacts force global actions, why do we hesitate to regulate sugar, which cause similar harms? My name is Tunpinutra, the third speaker from the proposition team, and I'm here to summarize our case and respond to the opposition's point. So the opposition side have said that comparing sugar to tobacco, people scares people about normal eating, but we're only taking about added sugar, not natural sugar in fruits. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the evidence. About 70% of packaged foods in US store contain added sugar, even in things like bread and sauce. I would like to ask, isn't it more dangerous to stay silent when harmful sugar is hidden in everyday food? Now let's recap what we have proven today. So our first point is sugar is causing a major health crisis. It's not just a sweet treat, it's also causing a major cause of obesity, heart disease, diabetes, or even cancer. This disease kills millions of people every year, like tobacco. It's sugar is silently destroying life. Second is sugar is hidden and addictive. It's added to many everyday food, often without us knowing. This is done on purpose to make us crave more. Studies show that sugar affects our brain like the drugs, especially in children. This is not just only unhealthy, but it also unfair. Third point is economic responsibility. Sugar-related disease can cost government billions in treatments each year. By regulating sugar, we can reduce the cost, generate revenue through taxation, and redirect funds toward more urgent health needs. Preventing disease is not just only healthier, but it's also a smarter way to use resources. This is not, remember, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, this is not about taking away freedom. It's about protecting lives. If we have the courage to fighting tobacco, we must now do the same with sugar for our health, our children, and also our future. Honorable judges, that's why this motion must stand. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the third speaker from the proposition team. Now we would like to give some time to our judges to consolidate the score. I would like to inform all of you that the third speaker from the proposition team has spent 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Oh. Next up, I would like to invite the third speaker from the opposition team to deliver the speech. Please welcome.
Can you hear me, teacher? So I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jolie, standing as the third speaker in our opposition side. And now let us take a look to what the proposition side had mentioned. So firstly, they said sugar will lead to diabetes. That's because we overconsume it. And if we talk about in moderation, sugar helps us in many ways and doesn't have any side effect. And we should know how to control how to use sugar in the right amount. And secondly, they mentioned that it will make people become obese. And like we mentioned earlier, that it's only in overconsumption, and they're obese because they didn't do exercises, not because of sugar. And thirdly, they also mentioned about the disease we got from eating sugar, and it can be preventable. And may I ask, if it can be preventable, why don't we prevent it instead? And last, they said that they're not talking about the natural sugar. And if this debate, we're not talking about natural sugar, so are we talking about sugar that is made with chemical? And that leads me to my summary, which, so first, as our first speaker mentioned about sugar enhance mood and boost energy in the morning, which sugar can create dopamine and also serotonin in our body, which are also known as a chemical, which help us to create a feeling of happiness and satisfaction. And also not that kind of sugar, and glucose and fructose also did the same. It help and maintain our mental well-being and also our physical performance. And moving on to our second speaker argument, which he mentioned about tobacco causes 8 million deaths per year, and that is according to WHO. And also, to add more, sugar plays a significant role in cuisines, cultural and cuisines. As a Cambodian, yes, we might see some people gathering up during some events like Khmer New Year, and that is why that we're saying that sugar builds a community together. And so sugar and tobacco are just not the same. Meanwhile, sugar is trying to help us in many ways, like glucose and fructose, which help us our body to heat up. And for tobacco, it's just trying to destroy us. Even people who didn't smoke still get lung cancer, and that's why we should consider it. And if we talk about sugar and if we overconsume sugar, that might have some side effect. But yes, in moderation, or we can say in the right amount, it is not harmful to people. And so at the end, we are proud and also choose. We we strongly oppose the motion and also support this motion to fall. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the third speaker from the opposition team, for deliver the speech to us. I would like to inform that the third speaker from the opposition team has spent 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the opposition team to do the reply speech. Please welcome.
Does anyone hear me? Okay. My name is Aminu Watana. As the opposition team, I will deliver a reply speech. Well, comparing the two, like sugar and tobacco, sugar where we use it every day, daily, like very without glucose, our body can't function well without energy, a source of energy of glucose. Yeah, we can't even wake up. So about tobacco, that is unnecessary and very risky to use. It's unfair for both of them to compare with each other. Likely to say comparing a shark with a dolphin. Yeah, compare with a shark or dolphin. But in this case, that the shark represents something good. And that the shark hunts to survive, not for fun and not for entertainment. Meanwhile, the dolphins, they hunt for fun. No, they kill for fun and for their own entertainment. It's like the both of two had their own purposes. Like sugar, we use it every single day, and sugar naturally had created from fruits and vegetable and even honey. And for tobacco, yes, all chemicals and factories. So comparing those two aren't isn't very fair. So that's the end of our reply speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the opposition team, for doing the reply speech. So I would like to tell everyone that the opposition team has spent 1 minute and 22 seconds. The government team to do the reply speech. Please welcome.
I would like to start in 3, 2, 1. Greetings again, ladies and gentlemen, and respected members of this house. Imagine if something kills millions of people each year, yet we still try to deny it. That's what happens when you deny the dangers of sugar. Today, the opposition tried to downplay sugar's harm, saying that it's not as bad as tobacco, and that regulation hurts the economy, and that education alone is enough. But let's weigh both sides. Excessive sugar consumption leads to deadly diseases, obesity, diabetes, heart disease. On a global scale, these are the same long term health problems caused by tobacco. The difference? Tobacco is regulated, sugar is not. They worry about the economy, but the real cost is inaction. Billions lost yearly in healthcare, lost productivity, and overwhelmed hospitals treating preventable diseases. Acting now means reducing these costs, raising revenue through sugar taxes, and investing on urgent health priorities like cancer care. That's true economic responsibility, and education alone has never stopped addiction. Tobacco has shown that we need strong policies to save lives, especially children. Our three recent stands: sugar causes deadly diseases, it's addictive and aggressively marketed to kids, and regulating it saves billions of lives. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a matter of urgency, responsibility, and life. The opposition offers delay, doubt, and excuses. We offer a solution that will protect the public health and secure the better future for everyone. That's why the proposition, has won this debate because we put truth over comfort and action over avoidance. And now that's okay. Thank you.